Well, first of all, super excited for the guys in the city to be able to qualify, and now we are one at a time, 2 wins away from getting to the next step of our journey. Looking at tonight, 11 fast break points in the second half. After 0 in the first half, I was really excited about the tempo, because that was part of what we wanted to do, was push the basketball. 31 assists is always a number, 30 and higher, so the sharing was there, and second half pick and roll coverages I thought were better, were more aggressive, were more impactful, and that's, as we go along this journey, each of those things has to be tightened up. So credit to the guys, but super excited for them. I told them very proud of the fight, the determination that they showed in the face of a lot of different adversity that's went on this year, and that's a big credit to them. So congratulations to them, the organization, and our city. Yeah.
Jonas ends the season with a career high above 40% from three, doubled his attempts from last year. He kind of credited the time he spent with you working on that. I mean, how much did you see him, commit himself to that, and how good is it to see it all pay off?
He credited me, huh? Wow. Checks in the mail, Thomas. No, listen, our time spent together is, I learned a lot. I hope that he learned a lot. It's a two-way street. Like, he has to trust me enough, because when you go through something to try to improve, normally you go backwards a little bit. And when you go backwards, you trust enough that it's gonna get to where it's gonna get. And it's a lot of time, me, him, and Leandro Barbosa, early mornings, late nights, and just going over it. Sometimes he was really frustrated with me, and I learned new Lithuanian words. But it's all to Domas. He's a spectacular player, has a spectacular drive, and a tremendous upside for a guy who's been 2-time All-NBA. So I do appreciate it, but he knows how I feel about him, and what he puts in the work is really where the credit goes.
Hey Doug, Domas talked a little bit about how, this isn't necessarily the seed you guys wanted going into the postseason, things like that, but obviously, 10 teams going home, not playing any postseason basketball. Is there any perspective, now that the season's concluded, that you have of, I don't know, maybe of gratitude, or just a place of, you guys made it to extra games, and now you can kind of lock in for those?
Not really, because it's not over. Like, I think when it's over, we're heading home with the trophy, and we can all celebrate. Like, then we might look back, but now you can't breathe in these moments, man. You gotta hold your breath, in the mouth, out the nose, in the nose, out the mouth. I believe that's how it goes. There we go. And that's all that you can do, man. This isn't time to look back. This is a time to stay locked in, look forward, see the opponent that's in front of you. There's gonna be a scouting report, there's gonna be details, there's gonna be things that we need to lock in on, and mediocrity is not gonna be effective in this moment. So we gotta step our game up.
Doug, Keon ends the season leading the team in steals, second in the team in blocks. Can you just speak to the value of having a versatile defender like that, and just what he's shown you over this year?
Super excited for Keon as we continue to watch his growth. I mean, shooting the ball, he shot at a really high clip. Defensively, he has just tremendous instincts, man, and he has a heart of a lion. He's not going to back down. There's bigger guys, stronger guys, but that doesn't matter to him. He just continues to fight. I get on him on some things, but he never takes it personally. He's always smiling. So for a coach, he's a wonderful pupil to have, because he's going to give you everything and bring it every time. Was it always perfect? No, but that's the name of our game. And he did one hell of a job this year, and he's experienced a lot this year. So hats off to him.
Doug, kind of following up in that same vein, we in the media and fans tend to focus more on the offensive end, the high scores and everything. But the defensive efforts you got both from Keon and Keegan this year have been just stellar, game in and game out. What kind of impact has that had on your season? And have you seen their attitude toward defense kind of blend over to the rest of the team?
Well, I think it's a valid question. I think what I'm trying to get across is there's fun in defense as well. And that's a hard thing. The more people that you have that do it, it kind of funnels into those. When I think of Keon and I think of Keegan, I'm gonna continue to say it, is I think they're all league defenders. But then you also add Jake, and then you add DC to that, and now, you know, you start to have 1, 2, 3 defenders on the floor, and people feel the gravity, they feel the physicality, and that's, you know, Keegan and Keon set the tone for that, and those other guys have come in and they've really added a spark on the defensive end. So hopefully they see that we don't have a game like football where there's two sides of the ball the way it is. There's a yin-yang thing to what we do, but if yin is offense, it can't overpower. There has to be an evenness to it, and that evenness is what I think when you find fun, then it becomes even. When you think that it's work, dressed up like overalls, then it's not a good thing. Yeah.
Doug, how big has it been for you guys to add JV to this roster, given?
Big, yeah.
Yeah, but big in every sense.
Right.
But you know, Domas being in and out a little bit, and then also, you know, the physicality as it picks up when you get into postseason play. Just how important has that been for you guys?
You know, I think for front office and management and our organization to pick him up was brilliant, because when it happened, Domas went down. And if he's not there, I don't, you know, it's tough, man. Like, we haven't played with a true point guard, then all of a sudden, if he wasn't there, we wouldn't have a true center, like, you know. But he has been great. His physicality, his attitude in the locker room, his attitude on the bench, he's been everything that I thought he would be. I hadn't coached him as as one of my players. I trained him in the offseason once, and he was fantastic, but he was on a different team. And then once we get him to see the type of human being he is, the type of teammate he is really solid. So he has been a big time MVP for us.
Coach Christie, Kings have won 40 or more wins in 3 straight seasons this era that you played. So just want to know that, it's not a winning season, but to reach 40, is there any type of special meaning to you?
Yeah, I mean, I want more. I'm a little bit greedy. So, 40 is cool. I really would have, when I look back now, when I do get a chance, I'm going to see all those, the Kawhi left-handed shot. I'm going to see, I'm not getting myself in trouble, so I'm going to shut up. I see a lot of stuff. There's the ability for us to take that next step. But the teams that take that next step are physical and aggressive and consistent. And we're where we're at because there was some inconsistency in how we approach things. And you can't do it. You can't fall into it. You can't let it happen. And it's human nature. But I do know that there are a lot of teams out there that fight against that. And these guys have done that. Not perfectly, but I love them for every time they went out there and they gave it up, because that's big time. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Locker room's open.